So what is a constructor? I told constructor is a special method. It is defined with the same name of the class. Constructor is a special method. It is defined with the same name of the class. It is used to initialize the data of the class. It is used to initialize the data members of the class. Constructor will not have any return type. Constructor can be called only once, that is at the time of creating a object. Constructor is a special method. It is defined with the same name of the class. It is used to initialize data members of the class. Constructor will not have any return type. Constructor can be called only once, that is at the time of creating a object. Your syntax is going to be this is the syntax. Class name, parameter. So we are giving a scope, giving the name of the class as a name of the method. Whatever the name of the class is there, with the same name, we are trying to create a method. The class name and method name has to be the same, then it is constructor. Now let me give you a couple of examples here. Create a Apex class student with a constructor. Then how do you create that? Don't write while I'm explaining. If you listen, you know how to write later. While I'm explaining, if you're writing, and everything will be writing through the class. Listen while I'm explaining. Don't be in hurry in writing the notes. Whatever I'm typing is given for you only. Okay. Spend your time in listening to conversation. Right. Create an Apex class student with a constructor. So what I'm doing, public class student. So what was this? Creating a class. In the class, if you create a method, public student. So what was this called? Constructor. In the class, if you create a method with the same name of the class, it is constructor. Let me give you. Create a Apex class, employ the constructor. So I was giving public class, employ, now we are giving public. So whatever the name we gave for the class, with the same name, if you create a method, it is called constructor. What it does we'll see, but syntactically how to define we are seeing. Now everyone start building these examples now. Create a class college with a constructor. Yashwant, battery. Create a class product info with a constructor. Create a class company Create a class. Contact. Create a class. Create a class. Now, start writing these 10 examples. Start creating. Everyone make an attempt of writing this. Everyone make an attempt of writing this. పెన్నులు అయిపోతాయి, పుస్తకాలు అయిపోతాయి అని కూర్చోకండి. రాయండి. Everyone make an attempt of writing this. We generally go for a method, we write a lower camel. But in the case of constructor, I told it's a special method. The naming will be exactly the same name of class. Whatever the name you gave for a class, exact same name should be applied for the constructor. So don't apply the naming convention on the constructor. Whatever the name we gave for class, same name should be used here. I hope you are good with that. Okay. Everyone is good with that example? Clear with everyone?
Hello, sir.
1 minute. Now, while defining this, the second operation, when you are giving a name, I told you already, if you are taking a name which is a combination of two words, try to keep underscore between the name. I told product underscore info, right? There is nothing wrong if you write product info, but there is some good practices of writing a program. Okay, so when you write a program, when somebody looks at this, there is a standards of programming, right? So when it's a combination of two words, try to put underscore. There should not be any space between the names. People are writing product space info. It should be a product info. No blank spaces are accepted in the names. Are you clear about this? Now you should not give not accepted. Either we need to give info. Right, Emma? I hope you are good. Right. Yes, what is your query, Emma? Online, what is your query?
Here for the method, why are we not using any void?
Constructor will not have any return type. It is not invoked. It is automatically called. It is not called by you. It is automatically called by the system when you create an object. Constructor will not have any return type because it is not a method which you invoke it. Generally, we invoke the functions. But here, constructor is automatically called to set the procedure. Right? It is automatically called. It is not going to return any value. Now, we just look at the constructor with syntax. We will see purpose of it one by one. Now we are getting into how to define it. Once you get the syntactical things, then I will tell you why we are writing this. Okay. Now if you discuss all the points in a single line, you will not follow. Half the students will not follow. So I'm trying to make it simple to get the concept right. Okay. Now let us take the next example. Next example is create a Apex class student with a name, phone, age. Create a constructor and assign the values of name, phone, age. So what I am doing here, create a class with a name, phone and age, create a constructor and assign the values of name, phone, age. assign the values of name, phone, age. Create a class student with a name, phone, age. Create a constructor, assign the values of name, phone, age. So how will you do it? Public then I'm giving public. We can give it public or anything else. String name, phone. Then I ask you to create a constructor. So how you give it? Public student. I ask you to assign the value of now I want to give now I was giving this. Now what was that? Class. What are these called? Data members. Who are the data members? Name, phone, age. They are variables. What is name? Variable. What is string? What is string? Data type. What is phone? Variable. What is string? Data type. What is age? Variable. What is integer? Data type. What is the class? What is this class? What is that word called class? Keyword. What is that word? Keyword. What is this public? Access modifier. If I give public, what will happen? It can be used anywhere within the. Now, what is the student? Name of the class. Identifier to recognize the class. It is the identifier name, recognize the class. What is this flower bracket? Scope. Are you clear? Right. Now, what is this public student? Constructor. Now, are we defining them or using them? Name equal to Satish Mela I give. Is it a usage or defining? What was that? Defining means what? Data type. Now, what is this then? Is it defining or using? Or then what is this? Using it. Now, is the variable is defined in the constructor or used in the constructor? It is used in the constructor. Where did I define? Outside the constructor I defined. I defined a variable outside the constructor using the variable within the constructor. Now where is the, what is the point when here? Where did you define is the question. Where are you using is not the question. Where did you define is the question. Now where did you define? In the class we defined. I hope you're good. Clear? Okay. Now let us take the next example. Create a class. Everything should be within a class. In the Salesforce, everything should be within the class. We cannot write anything outside the class. Everyone start writing these examples. Now start writing this example. Look at the reference what I have given. Looking at the reference, start creating the 12, 13, 14, 15 examples. Create a class with the corresponding data members. Create a constructor, assign the values. Create a class with the corresponding data members. Create a class with the corresponding data members and assign the values using a constructor. Everyone start building this example. In a scope can be used only within the scope. If I define a variable within the scope here, if I define it here, it can be used within the constructor. If I write any other method also, they can use it. If I write the variables within a constructor, they can be used only within the constructor. They can be used only within the constructor. If I write it outside, I can use in the constructor. I can also use them outside the constructor. Right, boss? Okay. Now, people are very eager to know execution process.
Okay.
Let's
Okay. So
do one
we can
example.
change the.
Yeah. Now, once you have done this creation of class and a constructor, now first get back to the object creation. Right. So, just I'm skipping 2 topics to come back to your people are eager to know what this constructor does or what is happening. So let's jump to the topic of object. Tell you. See, now there is a way of learning. Now, learning the complete thing without knowing what it is, and learning what you can understand out of the drawing the conclusions and making the concept. Now, what we are doing is we are not interested in completing the entire theoretical information what is there, and so boss, why are this? When you want to write a program, you need to understand what you are doing. First, the primary is syntax. If you are writing a syntax, if you are addicted to writing a structure, then if you explain what this structure does, what exactly it does, it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, otherwise, if we merge 3-4 concepts at a time and give you, right, you will not be able to write a program or neither you understand. So there is a reason they say, first let us concentrate more on understand the structure writing, so that you will be practiced. When you write 20 or 30 times, by default you know how to write it. Then when you get the structure, then let us understand why this structure is written. That's how we are just trying to understand. Okay, because we have short duration for understanding. Oops, we cannot spend months together. So whatever the time is there, we need to utilize it to get the concept right. Okay, so I'm just getting it back. What is an object? Now, just to clarify your queries on constructor, I'm jumping back. Look at the point. Class is only a structure. Look at this. File, new, Apex class. What I'm doing? File, new, Apex class. Now, here I was giving string name. We can write a public, a private, or a protected, but you should know why you are writing it. I can put a class as a public, I can also put a public in front of the name, but I was waiting to tell you why you are writing it. Okay, if you don't write, what will happen? If you write, what will happen? So that will be known only when you execute it. Okay, so string, so we are taking public example. Name equal to Satish. This is what we have a class. Understand this? This is the class what we create. Because I created a class, this class will not run. You only create a class. Class is a template. Class is a template. Now it will not run by itself. Class will not execute. Class will not execute. Class is only a template. Class is only a template. It will not execute. So we need to write a commands to execute the class. Now get the point. Listen to the point carefully. If I write integer age. Now what is the data type? What is that age? Variable. Right. String name. What is the data type? String. What is the name? Variable. What is this? If you are using data type as primitive, if you are using primitive data type and creating a variable, it is called primitive variable. If the data type is primitive, variable is primitive. Whatever your primitive variables we have, what are the primitive data types we have? Boolean, block, date, date time, time, integer, long, decimal, double, string, id. If you create any variable using this, they are called primitive variable. Any variable created with a data type called primitive data type, they are called primitive variable. If it is a primitive variable, they will store the data, they will assign the data. Integer age equal to 10, name equal to Kumar. What they are storing? They are storing values. Primitive variables are storing what? Values. If I create any variable, example EMP. Now, what is that example? Data type. What type of data type is this? Is it a primitive? No. What is that? Class. Now we are using a class as a data type. What is the variable? EMP. Is it a primitive variable or reference variable? Reference variable. Why? If it is not a primitive data type, it is called reference variable. Now look at this. Now, what is that student? Data type. What type of data type is this? Apex class. What is std? Variable. What type of variable is this? Reference variable. What is this employee? Data type. What type of data type is this? Apex class. Is it a primitive or non-primitive? Non-primitive. EMP is what? Variable. What type of variable? Reference variable. Are you getting my point? Any data type created, any variable created with a primitive data type is a primitive variable. Any data type created, any variable created with a non-primitive data type, it is a reference variable. Did you get that concept right? Did you get the concept right? Clear? Okay. Primitive variable will store what? Value. Reference variable will store reference to the location. It will refer to a location. It will not store value. Primitive will store value. Reference will store reference to the location. It will refer a location, not a value. Primitive will store value. Reference will store location. Primitive will store value. Reference will store location. Primitive will store value. Reference will store location. Which location? Which location? You have to create a location first and refer that location. Reference variable, what it will do? It will create a location, refer to that location. How will you create a location? How will you create a location? We have a keyword called new. What is the new? New is a keyword which is used to allocate a memory.
Object.
New is a keyword which is used to allocate a memory. People call it as object also. People call it as object also. Okay. Now look at the point. If this is the class, then I'm using new. New followed by constructor. New followed by constructor. The moment I use new, memory is allocated. The moment I use new, memory is allocated. Memory is allocated for whom? Data members of the class. Who are the data members? Null. Look at the point. First new. The moment I say new, memory is allocated. For whom? Name and city. What are the values we have? Name equal to null, city equal to null. After memory is allocated, I am calling a constructor. After memory is allocated, automatically what I am calling? Constructor. When you call a constructor, what the constructor is saying? Take the name equal to Satish. Now, if the constructor is not called, what is the value of name? Null. What is the value of city? Null. Boss, what did I do? I have initialized the value. Before you perform any operation on this location, first set the value of name as Satish, set the value of city as Hyderabad. Allocate the memory and do the initialization. Allocate the memory and do the initialization. Are you getting my point? So new will allocate the memory and constructor will assign the values to the number. Which values? Starting values. If you don't assign the values, what is the value we have? Null. Constructor is used to assign initial values. Now, this is the location. Location is created, values are same. I want to refer to this value. How will you refer? Do you know where is that memory? Do you know where is that location? Do you know the location? Do you know the memory? Then how will you refer to this data? Will you open a RAM and check? Then how do you do it? We need to create a reference variable. I want to create a variable which will refer to that location. So what is this called? Object. This is called what? Object. New will create an object. Constructor will assign the value. Now how will you refer to that object? By creating reference variable. Now I am taking an example. E1 equal to. So what is that example, Amma? Data type. What type of data type is that? Apex class. What is that E1? Variable. What type of variable is this? Reference. What that E1 is doing? Referring to the location what the new keyword has created. Then I am calling E1 dot. Are you clear about this? Now tell me, what is the purpose of the constructor? To initialize the starting values of the data members. If you want to initialize any values for starting values for the data members, we will go for constructor. Constructor is used to initialize the starting values for the data members. Right. So how many times the constructor is called? Constructor is called only once. Now this is one memory. This is only a template. So how many objects I can create? Your choice. Again I am creating example E2 equal to. Again. New. The moment I say new, what will happen? Memory is allocated. Now is it the same like above? This is E1. This memory is referred with what? E1 is referring this memory. Now I am creating next new. When I say new, what we are doing? Whenever I say new, it is allocating the memory. Name equal to city equal to. Right. Once the new is completed, constructor. When you call the constructor, what is happening? Name equal to Satish. Name equal to Satish, city equal to Hyderabad. Now this location is referred by what? Now this location is referred by variable E2. What is that variable E2? Reference variable. Why it is called a reference variable? Data type is not primitive. If the data type is a primitive, it is a primitive variable. If data type is not a primitive, it is a reference variable. What is the difference between reference and a primitive? Primitive will store value, reference will store location. Primitive will store value, reference will store location. Age equal to 10 is a value. Even equal to new of example. New is a location. Are you clear about this? Are you clear? Now, if you want to refer to the values in this location, E1 dot name. In the location E1, name. In the location E1, city. E2 dot name. E2 dot city. E2 dot name. E2 dot city. Are you getting my point? Now, constructor. Suppose if you have a method, look at it. I got a method here now. Public void this is a method. When I define a method. Now, when you are creating an object, if you want to create an object, by default, constructor should be called. After new, constructor should be called. If it is a method, I am calling E1 dot. Now, you have to call a show method. Show will not run automatically. You have to call it E1 dot show. Again, I am calling E1 dot show. How many times I can call? Number of times. You can call number of times. Method should be called by you. How many times you can call? Number of times you can call. Right. When you say E1 dot show, use the data from E1. Use the data from E1. Run the operation called show. In the show, what they are saying? Name. From where should I take name? From E1. E1 dot show means take the data from E1, run the method called show. Now show method, they are asking name. From where should I take a name? E1. So city, E1 dot city. If I say E2 dot show, take the data from E2, run the operation called show. Are you getting my point here? People have followed? People have followed? Clear? So when is the constructor called? Whenever we are creating object. What is that object? Object means new followed by constructor. Object. Object which is created is referred using what? Reference variable. First you create an object and that object is referred by reference variable. Are you clear about this? What is the difference between primitive variable and a reference variable? Primitive variable will store value. Reference variable will store location. Am I clear with this? People have followed, everyone? Right? So what is the purpose of a constructor? Constructor is used to initialize the values for the data members of the class. How many times the constructor is called? Only once. At the time of creating a object. Does it have a return type? No, your purpose is don't return. Just initialize the value and leave. Don't return any value. Initialize the value and leave it. So constructor is a method which have same name of a class. It is used to initialize the data members of the class. Then it will not have any run type. It is called only once. That is at the time of creating a object. What is the difference between constructor and a method? Method will have run type. Method has to be called by you. Constructor is automatically called. And how many times we can call? Number of times. Method can be called number of times. Constructor will be called only once. I hope everyone has got this story. Right? I hope everyone has got this story. People have followed this? Now let us go to the next one. All right. Now come back to the point here. I hope everybody is good with this. Now look at the structure what we have. What did I create? Class, data members. What did I do in this class? Constructor, initialize. The constructor what I am doing? Initialize the data members. Initialize the data members. I hope you are good. Everyone has followed this. Clear for everyone? Any query, Amma? So will the class will execute? No. Class is only a template. It will not run. Create a object and run it. If you want to run a class, create a object, run it. Create a object, run it. I hope you are good. I hope you are good. Okay. So basically, I have intention of going with a data member, constructor, and followed by method. Just we skip the process here. Let us do one example here. Then I'll go to. Okay. So we are just in the middle of the story. What was that? We are only done with the class, data members, and constructor. No method is defined here. So let us go to the object creation and come back again. So what was that object creation? Object is a instance of a syntax. What is the syntax? New no. What is it? A new is a keyword. New is a keyword used to allocate a memory data members of the class. New is the keyword which is used to allocate the memory for the data members of the class. Then constructor. Once the memory is allocated, constructor is automatically called. This will initialize data members of the class. Once the memory is allocated, constructor is auto invoked. This will initialize the data members of the class. So when you say object, a new constructor, but we create reference variables to refer to the objects created by syntax. What is syntax? Data type should be non-primitive. Example: std equal to Study will refer to memory allocated by I hope people have followed this example. People are good. People followed these points, right? I hope everyone is good with this concept, right? Everyone is good with this concept. Let us do some examples.
Hello, Satish.
Yes, Amma.
Can you just
Don't delay.
data type
Ask
variable
fast. Yeah.
No, data type variable equal to new data type.
Data type variable equal to new data type. Now here the data type should be non-primitive. Non-primitive means what?
Like reference.
Non-primitive will be what? Either a class, or a subject, or a collection. Right now what we are using? Class. Right now what we are using? Class.
Class.
Data type should be non-primitive. Now what I am using? Class I am using as a data type. Create a class and use that class as a data type. Create a variable and use that variable. I hope you are followed. Everyone is good with this classroom. Any query on this? I hope everybody is good. Now at the end of the game, I want to create a variable boss. That variable should have data type. That data type can be a primitive or reference. If it is a reference, class should be a data type. Reference variable is the variable equal to reference will refer to location. Create a location, refer to that location. I hope you are good. Okay. How will you execute this? How will you execute this? We had a class example, right? Will it run? It will not run. We are creating a variable for this class. What we do? Debug, open, execute, anonymous variable. Anyone has any query, get them clarified. Don't blindly copy it. Understand it.
Satish, so we use this reference variable.
Do not disturb while explaining it. Now, example. Now, this is the format. This tell me what is the example? Data type. Which type of data type? Apex class. EMP data type is a class. EMP reference variable. New keyword. Right? What is the purpose of keyword? Allocate memory. Allocate memory is nothing but create an object. New will create object. Followed by constructor. Constructor is what? It will initialize the values. Now, if I say system.debug emp.name, what does it mean? Refer to the location of emp. Refer to the object of emp. Refer to the location of emp. Then get the value from that emp. Emp dot. If you want to use it, emp dot name equal to now what was that? Any members of the class you want to refer, create a reference variable, create an object, refer to that object and call the members. Create a object, refer to the object and call the members. What is the object? New example is the object. That object is referred by using emp. So for us it is a variable. Create a variable for a class and using that variable refer to the members. Are you clear? Are you clear? Now look at the point. Now I give the values. Execute. Again, print the values here. Now when I am calling this, what is the first name? Satish, Hyderabad. Then I modify the values. What is the name now? Prasad. City is Bangalore. Execute it. What was that name? Okay. Now why? I already created a variables, right? Now it says invisible. Why it is invisible? You give the data type as what? Private. If you give the data type as a private, I cannot use outside the class. Because if we define them as a private, outside the scope we cannot use. But I want to use that variable outside the scope. That is the reason why I am giving public. Are you clear? If you don't want to use those variables outside the class, then we are supposed to go with the public. That is the purpose of writing a public there. Right. Now go back. Execute. If I don't write a public, I cannot call them outside. Using an object, I cannot call. I cannot call them using an object. This is how we got the data. I hope you are good. Okay. Next, why always I am writing a public for a method? I removed. Now constructor become what? Private. If the constructor is a private, go back. I am calling a constructor. Sorry, not visible. If I want to call that method outside, it should be what? Public or a global. Public or a global, I prefer to go with a public. That is the reason why I have taken this. Now, when I don't define, it is a private. If it is a private means what? I can use anywhere within the class, but not outside the class. Now, look at the format. I hope you followed this. Followed everyone? Yeah. Online, somebody is asking a question. Go ahead now.
Yeah, so we use these reference variables in, well, I mean in other classes or in Visual Force pages.
That usage we'll see. Now what we are doing, creating a class and creating a reference. Where all we can use, we'll come back again. That's again. See.
Okay. Okay.
Don't. That's what I'm trying to say. When you get a concept, don't try to analyze too large. Go in a sequence order. Okay. There's an order of learning it. Now people are trying to got it. You want to look at application level everything. Now it will not happen. Right. Just.
Satish, I have one query.
Yes.
So the line number 2 and 3, where we wrote the system.debug employee name and employee city, it's for this public class, right?
Yes.
So we are getting the values, the system.debug from this public class string name. It
No.
will show the Satish.
Let's see. Now, example is a public. When I say example is a public, it doesn't mean the members of the class are public. When I say example as a public, doesn't mean the members of the class are public. Right? Example is a class is a public. Doesn't mean the variables of the class are public. Now the variables of the class also should be public. Are you getting my point? Now you came to course to join. Now you are a student. Doesn't mean you can attend each and every class in the institute. Because you join, you cannot take all the batches here. You cannot take all the courses here. Right? Now you should be what? Specific to that particular course you have joined and the particular batch. Now class is public. Doesn't mean the members are public. Now everything we have to mention specifically. Class has to be defined with the access modifier. Method has to be defined with the access modifier. Variable has to be defined with the access modifier. Are you getting my point? It should be a class which should be defined. It's a variable which should be defined. It's a method which should be defined. Then when you go to this, I create an object. Because class is a template. If I want to run, I have to create object. Now using that object, what are you doing? I want to print a name. How do you print? System.debug. With what you want to print? In the emp location, name value. So I give emp.name. Then emp.city I give. Then what did I do? I modified the value. We have a location. In the location, fixed values will not be there. It is what? A variable. When you say variable, we can alter the value. So what did I do? In the name, I replaced Satish with Prasad. I replaced the city with Bangalore. Then again I told emp.name. What is the name we have? Prasad. What is the city we have? Bangalore. Is that what's clear?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Am I clear for everyone? Okay. Now let us do some examples. Everyone is good? Okay. Everyone is good with this? See, whatever the structure we are learning, again I'm making very clear. Don't enhance the topic beyond the limits now. Still, we are just at the basics of understanding the basics. We are not learning a programming here. Right now we are understanding basic of writing. What is the purpose? What we are doing? Structure, purpose. When you start learning the Apex programming and Visual Force, there we see it. Right now we are not doing any Visual Force or Apex. Now what we are trying to understand? Concept of OOPS. Once you know this, then we get into the Apex programming. We are the basics. Don't look at this as a functionality or use cases. Look at this as a concept and structure of writing it. Okay, it's a long way to go. Okay, now let us go to the next one. Everybody is clear with this? Let us do some example. Wait for a minute, Amma. If I allow the question, 50% of the time we'll go for questions only. Okay. First, let me give some exercise, then I'll go for question. Right. Now, example. Let me give questions, exercise, then I'll answer your question. Create a Apex class. Student, the name. Create a constructor. And assign the values of name, phone. Create a object. Create it. Create a object and now let us do this 3 examples first. Let us do these 3 examples first. Everyone start building these 3 examples. Right. Yes, someone else is asking a question. Go ahead now. Online.
Ashish.
Yes. Ask the question.
So I didn't understand. Yeah. So what is the concept of runtime? I didn't get the keyword of runtime.
Runtime means executing the program.
Okay.
You are executing the program.
And return type?
Come again.
And what is return type?
Return type. It has to return the value. Still, we have some more classes to go for it. Okay. It will return a value. Right now, we are taking only void. After taking 2 or 3 more sessions, I'll come back to that point again. Right to understand, it's only void. Okay. Right, boss? Please ask your questions while taking the exercises. All of you, if anyone has any queries, please get your questions clarified while you're doing the exercise. When the rest of the people are doing exercise, you can ask your questions. Now, anyone has any queries? Go ahead now. Right. Anyone has any queries? Go ahead now.
Okay, so the main purpose of constructor is to use the variables in a class outside the class.
It is to initialize the data members, not use them, to assign the values.
Okay.
It is to assign the values.
Okay.
Hi, Satish.
Yes, Amma.
Yes, so we can also defining the variables at the time of class creation. So we can assign the values at that time only. So how it is that different from
See, now
creating construct?
we don't want the values to be static. We want the values to be assigned dynamically.
Okay,
Until
so
see, if it is, unless it is a constant value, we don't define it at the beginning. The values which will be altered, that will be assigned in the functionality. The values which will not altered, we can give it in the class straight away. That's what the concept of final concept is. Final constants. The values which will not be altered, that we can define at the time of creating a variable only. The values which will be altered time to time, that will be initializing in the constructor or in the method.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, Amma. Right now, only initialization. Right now, only initialization. Okay. Down the line, when you go to concepts, I'll tell you what can be done. At this level, only initialization. You're not audible, Ranga.
Hello, Satish.
Yes, Amma. Ranga, can you mute your mic? Yes, Rohit, go ahead with your query. Now, how we are building?
Declare the student object
Yeah.
in the constructor. Okay, so in the developer console, when I go and write like student s1 equal to new student, and if I go and if I print the statement like system.debug, and the debug, I can directly print the object also, correct?
Yes. Yes, Amma.
And if I want to modify the values, I can modify the same object also, or I need to create a new
Same
object
object.
again.
Now you are modifying the value in the variable, right? Whichever the variable you have created, in the same variable you are modifying it. You already created a variable and you are altering
Okay.
the value of that variable.
So But
So
correct. So the now the variable will be stamped with the new value. So if we want to again access the old value, we can't access that because
can't
it
access.
don't hold that copy now,
you don't.
right?
You don't.
Okay, so it will override that
Obviously, right?
in the variable.
Now,
Okay.
look at the data what we have taken. I told create a class student. Then I ask you to take name, phone, city. We have taken a name, phone, city. Then we have created a constructor. Then we are going with assigning the value. How will you execute? Open. Window. There we are going to create student std equal to. If you want to print, we are giving system.debug. This is how we are printing. Right. Similarly, we are going with the next one. Then what is the next one? Create a employee class, public class. Now we are going with last name, first name, public, last name. So we have public employee. What I was doing, trying to assign the value, last name. This is what I have created. Class. How do you create a class? File, new, apex class. Then how do you execute? Debug, open, execute anonymous window, write your code. So what I'm doing here, create empty equal to. Then what we are doing, system.debug. This is what we have got. Right, boss? Now, till now what we have learned, how to create a variables, how to create a methods. Now, how to create a class. In the class, how to put the variables, how to put the methods, and how to put the constructor. Now, if you want to create an object, how to create the object. Right? Are you clear about this? Now we have the day 1 to now. We first learned how to create a variables. Then we learned how to create a statements. Logic, if you want to write, how to write it. Then we have seen how to create a methods. Then we have seen how to create a class. Then in the class, how to define a variables, how to define a methods. Then we have seen constructor. Then we seen object. This is the syntax of writing a class with a variables, methods, constructor, creating an object. Now how it will be used, where it will be used, we will see it. Now first we need to understand what it is. Then we will understand how it can be used. Now syntactically everything is good. Now what we are trying to understand, creation of a class with a variables, with a constructor, with a method, how to create an object, how to use it. Are you clear? We have just seen the structure of creating a class, variables, methods, constructor, creating an object, how to call the members. We just seen creation of class, how to call them, how to set them. That's all. Where it should be used, how it should be used, what purpose, and all is a lot of long way to go. Are you clear? Syntax of creating a class is clear for everyone? And what is an object? Is that was clear for everyone? Creation of a class and what is an object? Am I clear? Right. Let me go with this. Public class. Now, tell me, why did you give public for a name? If you want to call, if you want to use it outside the class. Now, look at this example. Am I printing outside the class? Am I printing outside the class? No. I told you to print the data using show method. So what I will do? String, name, decimal, price, integer, constructor. Then I told you to create method called show. Public. Why did I give public? I want to call this outside the class. Now, I can use these variables within the class. Now, how do you execute it? Then I'm creating equal to now if I give p dot name, why name is not public, I cannot call it, but I say p dot show. Can I call it show method? In the show they are printing. I am not calling p dot name, I am calling p dot show. Show is public, so that show method is printing the data. Are you clear? If you want to use the variable outside the class, they should be public or a global. They should be a public or a global. That is the reason I gave method as a public, variable as public. Are you clear? The purpose, why did you write? Because I created an object and I want to use it. When I'm using, if the class is, if I want to use a class, variable has to be a public and the method has to be a public, then only I can call it outside the class. If you want to call the variable outside the class or a method outside the class, we require public or a global. So will the class will run automatically? Class will not run automatically. What should I do? Create a object, then run it. Create a class, create an object. Create a class, create a object. Right. So anybody has any query about the syntax of writing this? People have followed?
Yes, it is.
Wait for a minute, Master Shine. Right. Online people, wait for a minute. Let me not prolong it. I'll answer your question then. Online people, I'll answer your question then. Right, classroom. Anyone has any queries? Anyone has? Yeah.
Can you explain the variable assigning outside the class and inside the class?
What is that variable assigning one? What did you do here? What is this called? See, if you define last excited guy, listen, you're most excited to explain. మనకి అర్థమైంది కొంచెం మళ్ళీ ఒక టీం మళ్ళీ మనకి ఇక్కడ if you don't write here public, what will happen? I cannot call outside. P dot If I want to call variable outside the class, it should be a public or a global. If you want to call a variable outside the class, how will you call? Create a object dot variable. If you want to call object dot variable, it should be a public or a global. Otherwise, we cannot call it. So this is what? Right. If I give it as a public, I can call it. In this example, I gave public, so I was able to call. In this example, once you are okay. In this example, what was that? In this example, I have not given as a public. Right. There is an I told there is order of learning. Do not disturb my order. Right. I know what will be the capabilities of layman who is new to the programming. You should not disturb my learning. So I'm going with a very basic level, and you should allow my format to go. If you induce me with a number of unwanted questions, right, and unwanted things, then automatically the topics will be random topics. Right. That is the reason I told let the constructor be completed with some other examples. We'll see, then we'll come to object. The people are very excited to know how it functions. So we introduced. Got it? See, boss, let me make